Hello everybody! Before going into technical details, I will open this session with a warm welcome from my side. My name is Caterina Funaro and I am Process Laboratory Responsible here at IMA Active in Bologna since many years. I am right here in our laboratory that is a key element for our R&D organization. As a priority, we are always asked to test all IMA technical innovations. Colleagues often call us the client zero. At the same time, we manage customer tests whenever getting a deeper understanding of the process is requested. The lab provides several testing rooms, machines fitting the latest IMA technical advances, process experts and engineers working in team on each project, be it a customer request or an internal technology development. We have been involved for more than 50 years in process development of oral solid dose, powder mixing and handling, granulation and drying, compression, capsule filling and coating of any kind of course. My team's experience started more than 30 years ago and was then consolidated in a very robust manner over the years. We are prepared to support our clients in any kind of process development in oral solid dose field, thanks to the knowledge and expertise obtained over time. In today's webinar, we are going to focus our attention at the granulation process using our area top spray fluid bed granulator and MicroNIR as integrated technologies to achieve a good granulation process. Very often, the relationship with our customers starts with a demo test, and after that, we build the base to look for the potential for a specific product. We are always happy to host you in the lab, but we are also available to let you attend the trials from remote, ensuring the possibility to follow the processing details and receive a complete report afterwards. Now it is a pleasure for me to give the floor to Giusy Mondelli, IMA Senior Technologist for Granulation, and Emiliano Genorini, Account Manager for MicroNIR Applications at Viavi Solutions.
Thank you, Caterina, for your nice introduction, and thank you to everybody for attending this webinar. Thank you also to you, Emiliano, for your collaboration and support for this event.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking time to join our webinar today. I am very excited to be here, and I would like to thank IMA for the invitation and for hosting this activity. Today's target is to see how an NIR can be used to monitor a granulation process, and in particular how a MicroNIR can be used in conjunction with the Area 120 in order to achieve a deep control of the process with a fully integrated solution from the raw material to the final granules.
Technological advances in analytical instrumentation and computing system have allowed many industries to better monitor and control critical manufacturing process. This has enabled proactive approaches to real-time quality assurance and product release. For many years, NIR infrared spectroscopy has been the PET tool of choice for process monitoring due to its flexibility and analytical precision. PET initiatives are deployed to both R&D and real manufacturing with different targets. In case of R&D, the target is the optimization of the critical process parameters that depends on the raw material critical quality attributes, while in the case of real manufacturing, the target is the continuous monitoring of the process in order to have a faster and safer product release. To apply this technology to the granulation process is essential to have the monitoring of the critical variables involved in the process.
The acronym PAT is Process Analytical Technology, but indeed the real meaning of PAT is Process Understanding. The pharmaceutical company used to keep under control as more as possible the process. The philosophy to implement this control is to crystallize the incoming raw material and to keep fixed the process itself. Unfortunately, the direct consequence is that the final product are variable. Therefore, we need to find a different way to try to understand our process, and especially we need to accept that the raw material are variable by definition, and also that the process has to be understood in terms of experimental domain. From this point of view, the PAT deployment are considered as an epochal change from the quality by test, QBT, to the quality by design, QBD. Using a traditional approach in developing of a new formulation is apparently possible to reduce development effort in the beginning, but later on, due to the lack of knowledge in the process, it will be incredible time-consuming undertake corrective action in case that there is an auto-specification.
Granulation can be defined as the site's enlargement process. The starting materials are fine powders, while the final product is an aggregate, in which the primary particles can be still identified. The granules are held together with bonds that are formed by the binder used to agglomerate. ARIA is a fluid bed processor that allows granulation, drying and pellets coating with the maximum flexibility. Designed for through-the-wall installation, ARIA is easy to integrate with other granulation equipment into fully contained processing lines. The product is suspended within the fluid bed by applying hot air. The binder liquid is sprayed onto the powder at controlled addition rate for allowing the desired particle size range. Finally, the granules are dried to evaporate the liquid and target the final residual moisture. To achieve a good granulation process, the starting powder must be uniformly mixed. The mixing phase is strictly influenced by the inlet air flow rate, and particular attention is paid to the raw material physical properties. The particle size of the final granules can be controlled by the quantity and by the droplet size of the liquid to be sprayed. There are a lot of critical process variables that affect the granulation, and all of them need to be controlled in order to have a robust process. The conventional approach to granulation process monitoring is based on visual inspection or on physical parameters. Despite possibility to deploy these measurements online, these sensors are not giving any direct measurement of particle size and moisture of the products. To better control the final process characteristics, sampling is required for offline or at-line measurements, resulting in time-consuming method in order to detect moisture content or particle size distribution. By using this method, the material properties can change during the time between the sampling and the availability of the results, so the direct process control is not possible.
On the other hand, the possibility to implement NIR for a PAT application enable the simultaneous measurement of multiple parameters. In this specific case, we are going to measure moisture and particle size. Measuring inline residual moisture and particle size enlargement during all phases of the granulation process allows to achieve a desired quality attribute phase by phase. Keeping under control the process variation, the big advantage is the optimization in real time of the process parameter, reducing dramatically the risk of rejecting the batch. One of the main advantages of the NIR spectroscopy is the possibility to analyze the sample without sample preparation. Therefore, it's possible to have a sampling-free approach that enable a deep control of the process and also the possibility that there is no cross-contamination between the operator and the material. MicroNIR spectrophotometer brought miniaturization to analytical instrumentation and allowed the installation of smart devices into process environments, including explosive hazard locations. MicroNIR sensors are equipped with NIR linear variable filter LVF, patented by Viavi Solution, without any moving part and therefore maintenance free. Depending on the customer needs, MicroNIR PAT-U or eventually PAT-UX in case of explosion proof are suitable to be installed in direct contact with the product using the standard probe or through a welded flange. This configuration, the latter, has the advantage of no process perturbation, easy installation, eventually through a pre-existing Windows, and high chip and SIP compatibility. Risk of full with very sticky material can be overtaken by direct contact measurement using the extended probe. Self-cleaning and retractable probes are also available on demand in case are necessary.
The first phase of a granulation process is the loading of starting powders. A smart process in the Industry 4.0 landscape can be enabled only if we are sure that the raw materials have been properly identified. So the raw material identification is the beginning of PAT monitoring.
In every PAT deployment, the first step is a raw material identification. Using a portable device like the on-site W, we can easily identify and qualify the different raw material, organic and inorganic. The measurement is very simple and can be performed through the plastic bag. In the last IMA control system, named Cortex, the raw material identification is fully integrated, and only in case of positive results for all the ingredients, the product charge phase is enabled and the granulation process can start.
For all process phases, the variability of signals continuously recorded creates trend analysis based on models called moving block standard deviation and or moving block mean. The main advantage in using the trend analysis approach is that there is not a need of a standard to build up a model, since the variability is reflecting the spectra variation. This approach is matching the need of formulators in developing new products or simplifying the validation documents required. In this plot, you can easily see that two batches are coherent, blue and green profiles, while the red profile behaves in a different way. NIR is not giving the reason why it happens, but it is clearly a potential out of specifications.
An alternative approach is to build a real PLS method. In this case, the NIR sensor is acquiring continuously the spectra over the time, and at a given time, the sample is taken, analyzed in the laboratory, and afterward correlated with the NIR signal. Graph is showing outstanding correspondence between NIR predicted value and offline particle size distribution analysis. After a PLS model has been built, a real-time prediction is enabled in both binder addition and drying phase. By using a PLS algorithm, it's possible to correlate online NIR measurement with offline moisture content analysis.
Thank you very much for attending this webinar from my side, and visit our website to the section dedicated to the case studies.
Thank you very much, and don't hesitate to contact us for further clarifications.